In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use the repeater field type within our custom content templates. The repeater field type allows us to create easily duplicated code and input fields within the same content template. For example, if we require several text and image combinations, so let's say they're in the same format but with different content, then we could easily accomplish this using a repeater. In this particular example, we'll add a repeater to our custom content template to allow the input of additional text and image data. The first thing I'm going to do here is add some additional boilerplate code. This is not a necessity, but it will create a completely new section on our page, allowing us to keep this section of the tutorial isolated, just for additional clarity. So I've got a copy of the additional code here, which you will also find on the accompanying Tango workflow. And then with that separate section inserted, I'm just going to create an additional field on here, the same location where we created the page title and the description fields in a separate tutorial. I'm going to give this field a name, and then select the field type of repeater. Now, before going any further with the repeater itself, I'm just going to make sure that the field is actually referenced in our HTML markup code. So I'm just going to make sure that our placeholder is in the correct location. Then just click Save and continue Edit to confirm those details. Now, looking at the additional data field in more detail, you'll see at the bottom of this, we have another code editor. We also have another field editor. These are basically nested within the actual repeater field itself. So we can create isolated sections of code. The process is virtually identical to the creation of HTML markup and fields that we've done already. The primary difference is that the section is isolated. I mean, we can easily duplicate its contents within the content template. So the same as before, I'm just going to create a couple of new fields in here. Two new examples for this particular one. We're going to have a text area where we can write a paragraph of text if we wanted to, and an image field. So I'll just create those very quickly. So text as a text area, and then image as an image field type. Now we need to put some boilerplate code within our repeater itself, and then replace certain parts of that boilerplate code with our placeholders. The same as we did with the top level HTML markup. With those two placeholders in place, I can go Save and continue Edit. Now, the same as we've done previously, I'm now just going to go and launch the actual content page itself, making sure that we're using that same content template. So I've already got it open on a separate tab, so I'll just refresh that page. Now, what you'll see is that our additional data section that we've just made is now visible, although it currently has no content. So by default, repeater content is excluded until specifically added. So each click of the Add New button down on the bottom right here will add a new instance of our repeater HTML code and its associated fields, allowing different data to be placed in each one. So for example, if I click Add New a couple of times, we get a repeated instance of that additional data section, but we can put different data in each one. So I'll just populate this data very quickly. And then I'll click save. And what we should see now, if we actually view that page on the front end, is that we'll have a separate section of the page where we've now got our repeated code block. So we've got additional text 1 and an image, and additional text 2 and an image.